teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. This is the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see the number 10 seed in this playoff, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Iowa State Cyclones. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. It's quarterfinal time in the CFP, and let's get it going. He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. And he stopped at the 20, tried to make something happen. That's good coverage there. So Iowa State's offense comes on the field first today. Down to the final 8 now. Quarterfinal matchups at neutral locations, Kirk. And that means one team, which won a conference championship, is rested. The other team is coming off an emotional win just a week ago.
And, Chris, the prevailing thought would be, boy, the team that gets a chance to rest would be in a better position. But as we saw in 2024, the teams that got that rest, they lost their rhythm. And I think the teams that had a chance to play, they continue to stay in their routine, and it really benefited them. Let's see how it plays out today.
It is tough on a defense when a quarterback gets out of the pocket and makes the defense have to decide, are we going to rush him or are we going to stay back in coverage? And there, the quarterback was able to keep looking downfield and find the receiver as the defense scrambled to adjust.
Second down after that previous play. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. The Cyclones come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Big moment on the opening drive. They face third down. Can he get there on the ground? Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. So no long field goal attempt. The offense is on the field to go for it on fourth down. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
I really like this aggressive approach here by the offensive coordinator and head coach deciding to go for this. Why not take a chance here on this opening drive? You've gotten across midfield. Worst case is you put your defense back out on the field, but instead you pick up the first down, new set of downs, and they're thinking about a touchdown here on this drive.
The shotgun handoff here. Gets the first and still running. They bring him down to the 18. The offense set up in the red zone with a first down. And the Cyclones are in the red zone. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Catch made over the middle. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
They'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Well, this offense was looking for a big play, and I think this quarterback's eyes lit up when he realized there's nobody in front of him. He takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Looking to scramble. The pass ball is incomplete. He tried to extend the play, but nobody open.
Just a misfire here by the quarterback. These are tight windows, man. They open and close so quickly. You got to almost anticipate where you're going to put the ball.
They're going to run it. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss on the play.
And they get stopped here on second down. It's going to bring up a 3rd and goal situation. And from this far back out, wouldn't be surprised to see them go through the air. Just don't want the quarterback to take a sack here. Make sure you get...
Touchdown, Cyclones, as they claim the lead in this playoff game. That kind of execution on a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with a pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
They're setting out to try the PAT. PAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away.
7-0.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. They'll start at the 25. So the Florida State Seminoles offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. Let's check the impact players in this game. Guys who have been leaders, guys who are being counted on to deliver today.
Well, these are the guys that both these teams rely on, as you said, to be able to make the plays. And more importantly, when it gets into that point in the game where you need to be able to have some leadership, these are the men who are going to have to step up and be able to provide that for each team.
Second down after that short completion.
You can see what the offense is trying to do here with this screenplay, but they avoid disaster by at least getting a few positive yards. The defense doing a great job of anticipating the screen here.
And he's brought down with that strong stiff arm, earned him the first down. A new set of downs after that completion. Quick pass, the catch is made. Pickup is 5 yards, so it's second down and 5. To throw again. On the run, going to heave it downfield. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
Well, it's an incompletion here. And I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41. And they make the first down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision. Bringing pressure. They'll try a pass here. And this time it's complete. They move the ball across midfield and set up a fresh set of downs. And the Seminoles pick up enough yardage for a first down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Under pressure, just lets it go.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Short connection to the tight end here. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Again, this is a really nice job here by the defense, keeping everything in front of them in that situation. Now they're rewarded with this 3rd and long. We'll see if they do the same thing here. Or
deep shot toward the end zone. Oh, nearly an interception down there in the end zone. Could not quite hold on. It'll bring up 4th down now. The Noles will have to kick it away. And he should be able to pin them back deep here with his first punt. Met will bounce and go out of bounds inside the 10. Great punt to pin the offense back. So the drive will begin backed up at their own 6-yard line. Play action here on first down. Pressure is coming. It's a quick grab. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
After the incompletion, the lineup here for 3rd and 7. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Finding space at the 20. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there. The Cyclones begin a new series here, 1st and 10.
Offense does a really nice job of timing up this screen pass, using the defense's aggression against them here. The back's able to navigate his way for a 1st down.
And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the 1st quarter of play. Well, Curtin, Iowa State has the lead here, and the 1st quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. We expect the teams to have worked through some of the nerves of this playoff game as we begin the 2nd quarter. Here we go, 1st play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks. Offense comes up on 1st down in 13 personnel. This can create some problems for a defense. On 1st down, it's play action. Short throw complete to the tight end. And he's brought down after a big 1st down gain. And 2nd and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. He's got it in the open. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon. Offense moving to a bunch formation. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Receiver makes the catch.
This quarterback has a lot of different options, but I don't mind him getting this wide receiver involved so early in the game. Let him build up his confidence. He could have a monster day for him.
Pass complete and 2nd down now. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the 1st.
Well, the defense better start adjusting and realizing the RPO is coming at them. It feels like they're just sitting back, worried about the potential big play through the air. Meanwhile, this offense is running the ball right down their throat.
And the Cyclones are in the red zone. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Looks to his left and makes the completion. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
This defense has got to be aware of these quick throws to these wide receivers. They're lucky he didn't come up with more yards.
They mix it up with a run. The Cyclones will try to keep this drive moving.
Hey, it's not a lot, but it's enough to get the 1st down.
The offense knocking on the door here with a 1st and goal. Looking for a receiver. Running out of time in the pocket. Not able to connect. Incomplete. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. So getting nothing on 1st down makes it 2nd and goal from the 8. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he scores. Touchdown, Iowa State. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
See if they can convert the point after. With the extra point, the lead is 14. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
Iowa State, 14. Florida State, 0.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. The defense swarms him in the backfield. They have nowhere to run. Loses 2 yards. They lose 3 in that play, so now it's 2nd down and 13. Important play coming up. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Oh, what a grab! They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Another great throw by this quarterback to be able to pick up a 1st down and keep this drive alive. But he's starting to kind of feel like he's getting into a zone. And boy, Chris, over the years, how many Florida State quarterbacks have we seen get in that zone? Guys like Chris Wanke and Jameis Charlie Ward. Man, so many good signal callers that have played at FSU.
Here's the second down play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Lets it fly to the wideout. Oh, he makes the catch. That's a solid gain. Moves the football inside the 40. First and 10. The Seminoles pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. Looking to throw it again. Grab down the middle. It's long. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. The completion sets up a second down play. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And he dumps it off to the tight end. They finally bring him down, but the offense set up now. First down from the 15. And the Noles starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Snapping it from the red zone now. Looking to throw. Makes a quick catch. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Makes the grab on the move. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage. It's the 2-minute timeout. This offense running out of time to cut into this lead before the break. Offense facing a third down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. They'll try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a first and goal. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. First and goal, a good chance to chip away at the lead before halftime. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. And test the middle and get stuck. That is just not open for business today. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Trying for the touchdown, they'll test the left side. And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about third down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here, whether they run it or throw it. You get a stop here, and maybe you hold them to 3 points.
Trying to throw for it on third and goal. Pass caught. Can he get in? The defense makes the stop at the 3. So here on fourth down, out comes the field goal team. They'll set up at the right hash mark for this chip shot. Med kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Iowa State offense back onto the field now. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. Can the defense make adjustments? Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Makes the catch downfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. Solid gain moves the ball up to the 47. It'll be first down.
That's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback safety blanket.
Finds a man open on the right side downfield. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Yeah, you know this defense has got to be frustrated after giving them multiple conversions now on first downs. There's another one. But for the offense, and they're just playing very efficiently right now.
Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. On the run here, lets it go. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. And the Cyclones looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here,
He's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
On third down, he drops to throw. He makes the grab.
You know, it's third down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player, but he just could not wiggle free to pick up the first down.
He got it. The field goal's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
The snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So they settle for 3, and now the kickoff. We'll see if the opposing offense has enough time to answer before halftime. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? So here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Looking to throw it on first down. Makes a quick grab. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense is trying to create some matchups to their advantage, but man, this defense is so athletic. Nowhere to go here after this catch.
A deep shot to the left side. And it falls incomplete. They tried for a huge gain there, but that's it for this period. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, the magnitude of these CFP matchups is always on another level. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. For now, let's get back to the guys in the booth to start up this second half.
The Cyclones will kick this away to get the second half going. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They need to get things going here in the third quarter, already trailing by a couple possessions. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Boy, anytime you come out trailing in the second half and you have the football, you want some momentum, you want to be able to get things started. This is not how they envision getting the second half going. With a sack here on third down, you're on your side of the field, 2 scores down. That's a huge play by this defense to start this second half.
Those big guys up front will have to regroup now. It's 2nd and 14. Play fake, looking to throw. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
This is what you love to see, right? Quarterback does a nice job of looking and finding his open receiver, and he waits to the last possible second. In fact, Chris, he gets hit as he gets that ball out of his hands. So good job of showing some strength and a good job of throwing with accuracy as he's taking that hit.
And the Seminoles will send the punt team onto the field. They're going to kick it away for the second time. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the Iowa State offense takes the field now. They start the drive with a good throw to the right. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Using his legs on the scramble. He'll avoid the sack, but is brought down after a short gain. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Motion now from the tight end. It's a shotgun run call. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Important third down play coming up. Out of the gun now on third down. Receiver makes the grab, powering through the defender. They make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28.
Think about this, Chris. These guys have been working since January of last year to get ready for a dream season. They've had that. Now they're here so close into the postseason and the playoff, working with the lead. It comes down to a third down. They do their job, convert. Now they keep working that clock and getting so much closer to advancing to the next round.
And the Cyclones lining up here on 1st and 10. Play fake, looking to throw. Caught near the goal line. Brought down at the 3 after the completion. The offense really threatening now.
This is why running the football is so important. You run the ball and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cyclones.
This defense just getting manhandled at the line of scrimmage. They just loaded up in that goal line formation and pushed their way into the end zone.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. They convert the PAT, so the lead is now 21. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone and they begin the drive at the 25. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Ball handed off. Football comes out. The offense able to fall on the football. Lucky to maintain possession there. Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Snags the quick throw. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Well, defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
Third down, this offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a third down, you trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss.
But how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
He shreds the tackle. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
And the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screenplay. Nice positive gain for the offense.
Offense moving closer to the line to gain after that catch. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's running out of time here. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now. The Noles will line up to punt it away. No fair catch. Looking to make a return here. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Handoff here from the shotgun. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
After the incompletion, they'll come to the line for a 3rd and 4. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Short pass finds the tight end. He's found some room at the 45. What a catch and run by the junior.
Well, this is what you see all over college football and even up, obviously, in the NFL. These tight ends are really recruited as big receivers, and they can get one-on-one matchups, and they've got speed after the catch. This is a short throw. You can see what he does after the catch, and he is a tough matchup for whether it's a safety, a nickel, or a linebacker.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Hoffman. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, I thought we'd see this tight end all game long within this game plan, but that's just his 2nd catch of the game. The defense has done a nice job of being able to recognize where he is and take him out of this plan.
On the move now. Gets rid of it on the move. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down. Fakes the handoff here. Looking to throw it. Escapes the pocket but cannot make a play, and they sack him. Iowa State has the lead here. And with 3 quarters in the books, with a chance to stay alive with the playoff at stake, let's take a quick look at the stats so far. And now entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? We're going to find out. The Cyclones will line up to punt it away. Team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? 2-back set, quarterback flanked by the backs. Quarterback still with the football. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. Look, give them credit, they didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
The pocket breaking down. Oh, they trapped him for a sack.
Man, how impressive have these guys been in this football game? I really expected to see a very different outcome with the hype of this quarterback and the way he's played most of this year. But this defense has held him under 200 yards passing. They've got a nice lead, and they are not sitting back and resting on their laurels. They're applying more pressure, and they come up with a sack here.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Throws to the tight end. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
It's just so hard in these late-game situations when you're trailing by this much to try to get the ball downfield against nickel or dime coverage. They're inviting you to take that.
Looking deep down the left side. It's incomplete. The defense makes a big 4th down stop.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the second half. They felt the pressure with the possession that they had, the field position that they had. They needed to make something happen. Unfortunately, not able to come through.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. They'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They bring it down, but the game sets up the offense first and goal from the 10.
Hey, it's not a lot, but you know what? It's enough for the first down. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Here's the handoff on first and goal. He's swarmed by the defense. Second down and goal. Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. Caught quickly. Touchdown, Iowa State. Still no answer for this offense. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Well, they thought about coming out, but instead... knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. The last time they went forward on fourth down, didn't get it, and ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
He stopped, but he gets a first down.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Here's the handoff. And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
He'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Defense is coming after him. Breaks in open space. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Quarterback keeps the football. Great cut there. Got the first down and still motoring. They bring him down, but a nice play moves the football to 31 and a first down.
And that's what he likes to do. He knows he's a weapon out there, not just with his arm, but when he can pull it down on an option like this and pick up a big chunk of yards, it can leave any defense with their head spinning.
He'll hand it off. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
The pass rush closing in. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. That's a nice play. It'll set him up first down now at the 12.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
The Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Looking to the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Love this never-say-die attitude from this quarterback. He's still slinging it out there. This game's out of reach, but this guy's still putting the ball in the air, and this one's a touchdown.
Now the important point after attempt. The extra point is good. It's a 31-10 game. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. On the hands team all over that to make the recovery. It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense continues to try to work the clock and secure an impressive victory here today. And the Cyclones offense is back out on the field now. They were up double digits at halftime, and they're just continuing to roll, building in the lead here in the second half. Defense stops him, but that's a solid game.
Yeah, I like this call here late in a game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
Pounding away with the run game. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Just another example of this offense, Chris, doing pretty much whatever they want to do. They've been able to run the football. Offensive lines held their own in pass protection. Quarterbacks had an outstanding day. You add all that up, it's a big reason why they're up by such a wide margin.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Crucial 3rd down play coming up after that run. Try and muscle for the first down. He'll be brought down just a few inches short of that first down marker. Intriguing matchup coming in. We weren't sure which way it was going to go. What do you think made the difference today?
Well, I think it's the critical moments, the 3rd downs, the red zones, the turnover margin. Those are the areas you're usually going to see the difference in a close game. And today they were able to come up on top in a lot of those aspects of the game.
And that's going to do it. The winner survives and advances in the playoff bracket. We'll talk to you down the line. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.